Thanks for joining us here on Good News Forecast. I'm Sophia Perricone.
And I'm meteorologist Heather Polluaf.
So yes, typically we have Kaylee Bowers here, but we've got Heather filling in for the weekend, so she gets to do Good News Forecast with us. Heather, you're a face a lot of people might recognize.
Yeah.
If you kind of want to introduce yourself briefly and tell us, about your journey to get to WTOL 11.
Absolutely, yeah. So I am from the Toledo area, born and raised in Oregon. And so I worked in Toledo TV for 8 years, and I took a little bit of a break, but I am back in just filling in every once in a while as needed here at Channel 11. I really, I love the public speaking, public information, and then of course, weather is really my passion. So I'm excited to be able to get to do that back here at Channel 11. And when I was in college, I actually worked as an intern here at 11.
Ooh.
So I do have, a great rapport with the guys. I got to work a lot with them when I did my internship.
Awesome. Okay, Great to hear it. And Good News Forecast, we're all about fun, positive, local news stories from around the world, across the country, and right here in our own backyard. So obviously you just introduced yourself briefly, but we want to get to know you a little more with some fun questions. So we're going to run through your Northwest Ohio favorites.
Okay.
Rapid fire. So first, it's a hot summer day, as it's been for the past 10 days. Where are you going to get ice cream?
We have a lot of great options in Oregon, so we'll go to Dairy Depot. I like to really just kind of get into any of the places really that's local in Oregon. So I like all places. If you serve ice cream, I am there. Chocolate ice cream is my favorite.
Okay.
My kids are very picky though, so it has to have, my one son likes the vanilla with sprinkles and a face. The other is chocolate sprinkles, no face. And
Okay.
if you get it mixed up, it is a debacle.
It's not good. It's not good. It's an ice cream fight.
Yes.
All right, we love our local coffee shops in Northwest Ohio. What's your favorite spot to get coffee, tea, or whatever you like?
Oh, honestly, I make my own coffee at home.
Okay, good.
I
good
do.
for you.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. And best pizza place? And what do you get on your pizza?
Oh, so you know what? Right now, I love Marco's. Marco's has been my absolute favorite.
Nice.
Since I started eating, pizza ever. But Jacob's has really been that's kind of my favorite right now.
Taken over?
Yes, every Friday night, my husband and I will pick a different restaurant to either go to or get takeout. And I always want Jacob's. Their bread is my favorite.
Ooh.
Their cheesy bread, just absolutely phenomenal. I also love cheesy bread from Marco's too. So
Nice.
either one.
What do you get on your pizza? Are you a pineapple on pizza person at all?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
oh,
don't do
no.
that.
Oh,
it's
no.
terrible. Oh my gosh.
Don't
But
do that.
I'm really simple when it comes to my food in general. Pepperoni, cheese, I'm
Classic.
good with that. But my favorite is the stuffed crust.
Ooh.
That is what I absolutely need. If you don't know, I'm a cheese lover. I love cheese.
Good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite metro park?
Oh, Pearson.
Yeah.
I live in Oregon,
Yeah.
so it's close. Pearson, I grew up going to Pearson. The sledding hill is, obviously that is the legendary place you go.
Yep.
Pearson's definitely my favorite. But I really like Side Cut. We've also been going to Wildwood. Wildwood's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good
Any
one.
of them that really have a big playground for the kids, so
Right.
that they can just kind of go and just kind of chill for a little bit.
Do their thing, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Last question. You have a visitor coming to Toledo for the first time ever. What is the itinerary you plan for them?
Oh, that is such a good question. So we'll take them to Maumee Bay State Park.
Okay.
That is my favorite.
That's
so
good.
you asked me my favorite metro park. That's going to be Pearson Park. But my favorite place overall is going to be Maumee Bay State Park.
Okay.
I might take them to Cedar Point. I have
Nice.
taken some friends and family to Cedar Point for their first time. Absolutely love it. We might go down to Perrysburg. Poco Piatti is one of my favorite places. I worked there in college for 2 years, and I'm still obsessed with their food.
Of course.
Absolutely. So just kind of low key, just kind of see the lake, see some get some good food, and that's my spare time, I guess.
Sounds like a great day. Sounds like a great day. Now we all know Heather, so next time she comes in on Good News Forecast, you'll know everything about her.
That's it. That's all there is to know.
That's it. That's all. She loves Pearson Metro Park and Jacobs. That's all you need to know. So from Northwest Ohio to the national stage, one Toledo boxer is taking his talents on a tour and bringing a title back to his name.
Dan Cummins introduces us to Nino McCallum.
Phenomenal.
Hard work is great. It motivates us. Yeah, it pushes us to work
Good
hard.
knowing that we witnessing greatness.
There's a certain mindset at Arc Gym in East Toledo.
Real focused and determined.
A mindset that's leading 16-year-old Nino the Nightmare McCallum to shine on the national stage.
I went down to Las Vegas, Nevada for the 2025 Junior Olympics Summer Festival. And, I went down there and I did my thing,
His thing? Winning. No small feat when the world is watching.
I've been boxing for 8 years. I started when I was 8 because my dad got me into it.
His dad and coach, Andre McCallum, was watching too.
He understands how to win, and he understands what needs to take place.
The elder McCallum runs the program here. He says he spent his 20s working in insurance, but 2 years ago felt a calling that led to this. ARC, a free boxing program for young men and women in East Toledo.
For these kids that come in here on a daily basis, I want them to see that it's not about the city that you're from. I hear a lot of young kids saying Toledo doesn't have anything, Toledo this, Toledo that. No, it's your mindset. You create the life that you want. You don't get the life that you want, you get the life that you create.
A life McCallum and his team has lived and works to inspire.
I started boxing at, I was probably about 14 years old.
That's Calvin Pritchard, Coach Cal.
I most definitely take a lot of hard work, a lot of hard training. I can see greatness in him. He's most definitely going to be a game changer in the boxing game. He can potentially be one of the greatest that does it.
So what's next for this teenage champion?
Our game plan is to win December 2025 and be selected to fight internationally. Once we win 2025, we'll come back 2026. We'll win at the elite level. Once you win at the elite level, that's 18 years old plus, that's how you become an Olympian. So the ultimate goal is the Olympics 2028 gold medal, not a bronze, not a silver. We don't just want to call ourselves Olympians. Gold medal Olympian in LA 2028, that's the goal.
Olympic gold, but not without that ARC mindset. No pain, no gain.
I'm not gonna lie, I like winning and fighting, so that's the whole point. So I like everything about it, really. The only thing I don't like really is when you have to go on a diet, you can't eat, but other than that, I like everything.
I think going on a diet would be my least favorite part of all of that too, like he said, but
Oh, yeah,
really
for
cool.
sure.
I hope he makes it to the Olympics. It'd be cool to have a Toledoan representing in the 2028 Olympics, so hopefully
Yeah.
he makes it.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck to him.
Yeah, good luck. Congratulations on all your success.
And while that Toledo teen has his eyes on the Olympics, a couple with a different goal was just in Toledo. Mike and Judy McNamara are a retired couple trying to visit every single Texas Roadhouse in the United States. This week, they stopped at the location here in Holland, Ohio.
Judy retired in 2017, and at that point, the McNamaras had already visited 37 locations, so they just made it a goal to visit all 750 of them.
We are having a wonderful time meeting the people at these roadhouses. They are one big, huge family. And I guess now, under circumstances, we've sort of been included in that family now, too. So.
This was their 516th stop.
Oh my.
That is a lot of Texas Roadhouse. The McNamaras bring their dog Andy along, who, yes, was named after Texas Roadhouse's mascot, Andy Armadillo. Armadillo? Armadillo? Armadillo?
I think armadillo.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. Well, their next stop will be a location in New Albany, Ohio.
Okay, good for them. They're making progress. Now, Heather, if you had to pick one national chain to visit all of their locations, what would you pick?
Oh, you know what? I've heard that McDonald's has slightly different options depending on where you are in the country. So I think that that might be something kind of interesting to see, like, you know, in the deep south, you know, what they kind of offer down there versus, like, you know, up into New England and, you know, Alaska. I feel like a McDonald's in Alaska would be interesting.
I think so too. That's a good one. There's like the McDonald's, I don't know if it's the headquarters in Chicago, but they have like the global menu, so you can get everything from every McDonald's around the world. They have it in Chicago.
No way.
I tried to go once and like the thing to order was broken. And so I just
like
gave
the ice
up.
cream, like the
Just
ice
like
cream
how
machine?
how the ice cream machine is always broken, but maybe someone else will have luck at the Chicago McDonald's headquarters or whatever it is. But it seems really cool.
Interesting.
That's a good chain to pick. Also in Holland, a local packaging firm is playing a key role in a national promotion tied to Marvel Studios' upcoming Fantastic Four film. Dynamic Dyes is partnering with Little Caesars to help produce custom collectible pizza boxes for the chain's new Fantastic 4-in-1 pizza.
This limited time offer features 4 distinct box designs. Each box showcases a different member of Marvel's iconic superhero team. When combined, the boxes form a full mural image. The boxes are available right now nationwide until supplies last.
I love when our local businesses, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I love when our local businesses contribute to like a big thing. Like Marvel is huge.
Oh yeah.
And so for this is awesome. What is your favorite movie that you would want to see on a pizza box? Like a design from your favorite movie?
Oh my gosh, that is such a good question, and I don't even, okay, my favorite movie on a pizza box. Oh gosh, well I have to pick a favorite movie, which is really hard to do anyway. Right now in my house we're into Disney, so all the Disney movies. Probably, it'd be really cool to put Cars on a pizza box.
You could do something cool with
my
that.
youngest son loves Cars and he loves pizza. I think that he would just have a ball with that.
Perfect.
How about you?
Oh, okay. I was not expecting the rebuttal. I'm trying to think. Okay, well, my favorite movie is Legally Blonde, so maybe they can do like a pink pizza box with Elle Woods and her Chihuahua Bruiser on it. I think that would be a good one.
No pineapple though. No pineapple on that pizza.
Heather, now's a good time to tell you I like pineapple on pizza.
I had a feeling.
We'll be back with more good news in just a few seconds.
All right, welcome back in. So you've heard of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, but have you seen a 16-foot hot dog boat floating through Northwest Ohio? All right, well, Liberty Center's Connor Sonnenberg spotted a retired water weenie in storage and decided to give it new life and new buns.
Can't say I've seen this before, but he restored the whole thing himself, documenting his progress on Instagram and TikTok. And yes, it has a name. The Edmund Glizzgerald. After test runs in the Maumee River, the hot dog boat racked up more than 21 million views and counting.
Okay, but you can't have that name and not take it out on the lake, right?
Right.
That would survive Lake Erie. He spent about $3,000 on the restoration project. The Glizzgerald will be making stops at different lakes across the Midwest. Okay, good. We're told there is a partnership with the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile in the works.
Wow. That is, they need to make a song now. If you know, like the Edmund Fitzgerald song, there needs to be an Edmund Glizzgerald song. I think a hot dog is a really good mode of transportation because you see it's like turned on its side and like
very
the bun
aerodynamic.
Yes. What do you think would be like your pick for a food boat? A taco could be good.
I was just thinking a taco, but I don't know. I feel like it would be like maybe top heavy.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe an ice cream sandwich, like one of those like float things that they put in the middle of ponds.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That could be a good one.
I don't know.
That's a really good one. I think that the hot dog is the way to go, though, to be honest. He looks like he's got it down. So,
absolutely.
Hopefully he finds some other foods he can turn into boats. I'd get on it. I would get on the Edmund Glizzgerald. Hopefully we don't go down. Turning now to another cool site in Northwest Ohio, the Budweiser Clydesdales were just in town. They stopped in downtown Toledo and Rossford to celebrate their 15-year partnership with Folds of Honor.
They paraded through delivering beer to local bars. The last time these nearly 2,000-pound horses were in town was 10 years ago. The community turned out in full force to welcome them back.
They're so excited, and it's actually one of my favorite parts, to see that people just come out and just give us a big warm welcome. The horses love it, I love it. It's great to see.
They also presented a check to Folds of Honor. The foundation gives educational scholarships to families of fallen or disabled service members and first responders. Have you seen these Clydesdales in person?
No, absolutely not. I have not.
Me neither. They look massive, though. I mean, like, I'm hoping we can get a shot of, oh yeah, see,
Yeah.
look how
wow.
big they are.
Oh yeah, you got to have a semi-truck to haul those.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see a regular-sized horse next to one of those, because I feel like even then the differences are
I would
crazy.
love to be one of those bar owners though, and just have like someone on these Clydesdales, just like, here's your beer, like, oh my goodness, like, wow.
Yeah, really cool.
First-rate service.
I do want to. I was told you're probably not allowed to touch them, but I want to. I want to touch them so bad.
Right.
Like, they look so soft, so massive, so majestic.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
They really are.
Can you imagine though? They probably wouldn't like to just have all of these drunk people touching them.
That's a good point.
I get that.
That's a good point. I get that. Yeah.
All right. Well, turning now to Port Clinton, where a small hero is fighting a big battle. 3-year-old Remy Flora was diagnosed with an aggressive form of leukemia.
But after spending more than a week in the hospital, he had a welcome home party like no other. Steve Iwanek has the story.
I'm so glad that everybody could come together for Remy. So it was really sweet to see.
His name is Remy Flora. At just 3 years old, he's facing the ultimate battle.
He has T-cell leukemia.
It was a shot to the gut for sure. It's definitely something I don't want anybody to go through, ever.
Parents Drake Floro and Peyton Harivia spent the last 9 days by his side in a Columbus hospital, grappling with a leukemia diagnosis.
It's definitely not easy, but it's something you got to do. You got to stay strong for your kid.
And yet, Remy is the one showing the strength. Even while hooked up to machines and tubes, Remy finds a way to laugh. Doctors let him come home Friday, but his ride back wasn't your average trip.
You don't realize how much help you need until something bad happens, so.
2 of his aunts, Miranda and Eleni, helping organize it all. Fire trucks, deputies, sirens, and lights. A crowd of more than 50 people donning orange shirts. Remy strong. More than a slogan, but rather a promise that he will never fight alone.
Remy is just like the happiest little kid. I'm speechless. It was really sweet to see. Really, really, really nice to experience.
Remy's mom says he'll be heading back to Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus once a week for treatment. And we're also told that those shirts they were wearing were all donated. So really nice to see the community come out and support him. I hope everything goes well, but it sounds like he's got great support behind him. So you're in our thoughts, Remy.
Absolutely, and parents as well. That's got to be tough on them. I mean, I can't imagine, and so it's nice that they have that community behind them.
Yes,
sure.
Definitely.
Well, not all kids in the hospital get to stay at home, but that doesn't mean that they don't get parades or special visitors. Take a look at this. Toledo Mudhens players teamed up with patients at ProMedica Ebi Children's Hospital to decorate custom jerseys for the team's upcoming Kids Takeover Day.
Each child got to design a jersey that will be worn by the players during a special game at Fifth Third Field.
Yeah, anytime you can make the community feel like they're a part of the team as well, gives you a little bit more something to play for. It makes it more exciting too when they show up, and yeah, you get to win together. Wait, don't say it. Pink. Yeah.
The Kids Takeover Day game featuring the custom jerseys is August 3rd. The jerseys will be auctioned off with some of the proceeds going to the hospital. Last year, they raised $10,000.
Pretty cool that they do that.
I know.
I love that. The Mudhens always have something fun going on, you know?
Oh, they absolutely do, yes. We went to a game a couple of weeks ago, and it got rained out about halfway through. It was on Harry Potter night of all nights. I know.
That would have been so fun.
I know. But it was really cool. We were sitting in the stands and, during the, rain period or whatever, they just had some of their teammates just up, like, tossing balls back and forth with the kids. And it was a really fun time. They are really family oriented. I just absolutely love it. They're a true treasure for us here in Toledo.
Were people dressed up in like Harry Potter
Of course.
gear? Of course.
Absolutely.
I love
yes.
it. That's
yes.
awesome.
Absolutely.
That's really good. So from a heartwarming sports story to an interesting one, a Delta man who saw a crazy offer on Instagram is now the proud owner of a Travis Kelce pinup tattoo. Yes, you heard that right. Nick Jones has Travis Kelce permanently part of him. Accelerator Active Energy Drinks promised 25 cases and a signed jersey to anyone who got the tattoo.
25 cases. How long does that actually last you versus the tattoo? Jones didn't hesitate, and he got the artwork done at Toledo Tattoo Company. It took about 4 hours, but it does feature Kelce cradling the energy drink while blasting off.
And for some reason, clothes were optional on this tattoo.
Yeah, what was the thought there?
I've got a lot of reactions differing from, that's a great deal, that's a funny, hilarious tattoo, to I must be out of my mind. It's probably all three, to be honest. I don't take myself too seriously, so it's a good tattoo. It comes along with a good story, and this last 48 hours has been kind of wild. We're hoping that Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce reaches out. My daughter's really hoping that Taylor Swift gives her opinion on the tattoo.
I don't know. If somebody had a tattoo like that of me, I don't think I would reach out.
I have,
but maybe.
I don't know, maybe. So either. That is crazy. I mean, I love Taylor Swift. I don't know. I kind of feel like she wouldn't like this.
The details in that tattoo were kind of, there were some choices that were made there.
There were some choices. And this guy did not hesitate. Like, he went for it. And I looked at the energy drinks Instagram, and they seemed shocked that someone actually did this.
But 25 cases, like, is that,
In a signed jersey, you would have to pay me at least $25,000, $25,000.
Yeah.
I don't even want a signed jersey. I just want the money.
Sure.
But even then, I'm like, I might need more money because that tattoo.
That lasts forever.
That lasts forever. I hope he knows that. Anyways, we'll be right back. A Virginia man is making an impact on his community without even saying a word.
He's inspiring neighbors with a simple but powerful gesture. Take a look.
Nearly every afternoon in the community of Bristow, Virginia, long before the fall of night, we found a man who still sprints under the stars.
I don't even know if he lives around here, but I suppose he does.
And you don't know any of the reason why he carries the flag?
I do not.
We managed to get the guy who's always on the run to sit. His name is James Stanley.
As long as I can, yeah. I'll do it in a wheelchair, I don't care.
It means that much to you.
Absolutely.
10 years ago, James's father passed away. At the time, James was not a runner.
Told my wife, hey, my dad's gone. I think I'm gonna go for a run. At the time, it was just a way to not think about it. And I don't know why that was my response at the time, but I think maybe it was his gift to me.
At first, James ran with his hands empty. Then this Navy construction mechanic entered a Veterans Day race.
The member who was going to carry the flag didn't show up, so the guy asked if I would do it, and I said, sure.
James picked the flag up and has yet to put it down. He started running after the passing of his father. Now he keeps running for his brothers and sisters, those in uniform who serve and don't come home.
You think about them on every run?
Absolutely. It's really easy with that flag, I tell you.
I think it's something that touches everybody a different, in their own way.
Kathy Coburn is a friend and a fellow runner.
They're like a highlight of the folks in this area when they see James running up the street.
Strangers like Gary Elias.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'm a veteran, so I feel for what he's doing.
Even without words, without ever meeting.
Nope.
James never fully understood the impact until he was approached by a neighbor who lost his father.
He stops me. He says, man, I don't know why, but I was just praying that I would see you out here today. I would have never thought, just some guy running with a flag really pulled him through losing his dad.
What that neighbor didn't know.
That race weekend was my dad's 10th anniversaries.
Could you have imagined when you started the impact that you would have?
Not even close. Realize that every little thing that you do really does matter. No matter how small, that it's going to change somebody's day.
Like how lifting a flag can uplift a community. In Bristow, Virginia, Sean Martinelli, WUSA 9.
What a great thing he's doing.
Absolutely. And, you know, members of the military, you know, they appreciate any kind of, you know, attention to, you know, the things that they really deal with, you know, when they're serving, but then even after.
Yeah, sometimes they don't always get a warm welcome home, so it's great to see this guy committed to doing this. And we were talking during the story, that is not an easy thing to do. Running is hard as it is, but then you're carrying something and it's just...
It throws your whole body off, and then, you know, the repetitive, that gets heavy regardless of, you know, what that flag's made of, the flagpole. It's some weight.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks to him and for what he's doing and bringing attention to. So good story there out of the DC area.
Absolutely. Well, switching gears now, a beach in Maine is trying to keep everyone busy in the surf and sand during the dog days of summer. One might say the new dog library at Sandy Point Beach in Stockton Springs is creating positive vibes.
The library provides free toys for pets and an opportunity to make connections between their humans.
Teddy loves it. Teddy loves it. He chases the ball by.
Ready? Look at it. The tennis ball is Izzy's favorite toy in the world, hands down. So she is in heaven.
The beach is open sunrise to sunset. The dog library is restocked with sticks and tennis balls regularly so dogs can play fetch and not worry about bringing it back.
That is so sweet. I know we have, like, for humans, like the little libraries that are like outside people's homes where you give a book,
Give one,
take a book.
one. Yeah.
This is just like heaven for dogs. They're probably like, this is my favorite store in the world. You know?
And of course you show up, you know, at the beach or, you know, wherever you're going with your dog, and you're like, I didn't bring anything. Like, this would be the perfect opportunity to play fetch, and now you can do that at that beach.
We can put these at beaches everywhere, please. I don't have a dog, but would your dog like this, you think?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. She loves anything, you know, any toy, anywhere. She's there. She's
there.
chasing after it.
She might be going to Maine and grabbing some free toys.
We'll have to take a road trip out there.
Yeah.
Well, before we go, we want to leave you with this. It's estimated that around 2 million Americans are living with limb loss, like an amputated hand, foot, leg, or arm. Now, most people rely on some sort of prosthetic limb to function, but while the prosthetics available are good, they're not perfect.
And that inspired a trio of Texas high school students to make a better prosthetic, and it was for one of the best reasons. Take a look.
Sam Skotnikov, Chanyoung Kim, and Ishan Dev Prashan have spent the better part of the last 18 months building this.
It's a mind-controlled bionic leg.
You heard him right, a prosthetic leg you can control with your brain.
We started with paper cups and hot glue and servo.
Using this headset, a person can make the leg move and walk.
It's a multi-node headset, you know, records the actual electrical frequencies of the brain.
It can also move in ways other prosthetics on the market can't.
That can adapt to different terrains.
Which has massive implications for people who need prosthetic limbs. But they didn't build this to help millions of amputees. They wanted to help one of their friends.
I've had 3 open heart surgeries. I have scoliosis. I am missing a rib on my right side. I was not expected to live for the first 24 hours of my life.
Aiden Ballinger has been fighting for his life since day one. Staying alive was #1 on his priority list. Walking may have been #2. Finding friends?
No, I did not think I would have friends like this.
Friends who build you a brand new leg straight out of a science fiction movie.
And I thought down, and then the leg went down, and then I thought up, and the leg went up. And I'm like, okay, this is insane.
The boys won a $50,000 scholarship from the Regeneron International Science Fair, hosted by the Society of Science. But they didn't do it for the money or to win a contest.
And these kids, it just surprised me on how much they could put into this.
They did it for their friend. Bo Evans, CBS News, Flower Mound, Texas.
Isn't that incredible?
Those are the kind of people who change the world.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love seeing the youth do something amazing with their time, and Yeah. I mean, they're such good friends to their friend to think of this. It's really amazing.
They didn't want it. They didn't do it for the recognition. They literally did it for somebody they knew who needed that.
Yeah, and it's so funny during that story that they say they didn't do it to help millions of people, and you're like, what the heck? And then they introduce you to the friend, and it's like
very surprising.
Oh, amazing.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Well, that does it for this week's Good News Forecast. Thanks for joining us.
And thank you, Heather, for being our special guest this week.
It was fun.
We'll see you next time for more fun and positive news from around the world, across the country, and our own backyard. Bye.